Hi, welcome to this episode of Excel 2019. Here today I'll be looking at creating, sorting and querying a table. Creating, sorting and querying a table. That's in module 6 of at Excel 2019. So if the reference textbook is Shirley Cashman's series, Microsoft Office 365 uh, Excel 2019. So that's a reference textbook. If you have it, it's module 6, and it's your advanced Excel class. I'm going to be looking at the extend your knowledge question at the end of the coursework in the chapter. So extend your knowledge question. If you would be needing the the data file, let me know in the comment section. I can get it for you and sent to you. But if you already have it, the data file or the textbook with you, it's in page EX 658. That's chapter 658. Chapter 6, page 58 of chapter 6. You have the data file, and you are required to use Excel to find the following, to sort out and query this table. That's total count of women, total count of men, average age of women, average age of men, median age of all consultants, average years of experience, total years of Java experience as all consultants put together, and lastly the name of consultant who knows all languages. So we want to query the Excel table given in the data file and sort out the information given thereof. So the first, to find the total count of women. To find the total count of women, you go to your formula bar. You have to open your Excel spreadsheet. Then go to your formula bar. And type equal to COUNTIF. That's COUNTIF. Open a bracket. The table, select the range of the table. In the table, in the data file, the table is from cell C. The table is from cell A3 to A2 to L20. That's the range of the whole table. But the range that I want to compare in the count for women is the table, the whole table. Then open a bracket, the gender. That's close the bracket, then comma F. The function here is that we're asking the Excel to count in that table a gender that is female. In the whole table, look at the gender column. In that table, in the data given to us, the data file given to us, there is already a table. It's been created for us in this case, and we want to count if in a gender, in that table, a gender is F is female, M is male. So that means the function you're going to type is equal to COUNTIF, open a bracket, table, gender, close the bracket, F. Because F is what we want the Excel to look out for, we put F in an inverted comma. Then you type, you click, you check mark it, which is beside the formula bar. Check mark it or you press enter. In this case, the answer would give you 7. There are 7 women. If you manually count it, you are going to have 7 F's in the gender. It's in column B. Then the next one asks us to look for the number of men. For number of men is similar function. Since it's similar function, in your Excel formula bar, type equal to COUNTIF, open a bracket, table 1. The whole table is from A2 to L20. You can type it A2 to L20, open a bracket, gender, the gender part of that table, close the bracket and put a comma. M, we're saying search for M. That means it is trying to instruct or query the Excel table to look for M in that whole table under gender and count it for us and return an answer. So check mark it or press enter. In the answer you would have 11 if you press the answer. The next is average age of women. Average age of women. For average age of women, this one is not countif. This one is average. And since it is average, the function would be equal to average. The first one, we are counting number of a gender, male or female. In the next one, which is number 3, average age. So we are not going to look at count if. You have two options, and I'll tell you, and I would encourage you to use the easier one after I've explained the two. The first way to find the average of women is equal to average, open a bracket, the range, that which is B3 to B20. B3 to B20 is the gender column of that table. Is the column that shows the gender of that table. Then open a bracket rather. Let me start over. Equal to average, open a bracket, B3 to B20, comma, search for female, which is F in inverted comma, comma, C3 to C20. C3 to C20 in that table is age. So we are saying search for the age of female in gender column and average it. That's the instruction. Equal to average if, open a bracket, B3 to B20, which is the gender column for gender, comma, F, we are related to only the female, comma, C3 to C20. That's the column that shows the age. So we have this instruction will make Excel to look for female in the gender, all the F's in the gender, and add their ages and find the average. That is one way. The second way, way 2, is we can look at add all the F's, that's all the ages of females, and divide it by number of occurrence, which would be sum the B3 to B20F, sum it to add up all the female ages and divide it by the number of occurrence. So you can divide it by 7 in this case, the number of times women or F appears. The easier one is method 1, which is equal to average if the range of the gender, which is B3 to B20, F in that gender, comma, the range for the age, C3 to C20. That's the easier one. I encourage you can use that easier one. Fourth requirement in the question, in the extent your knowledge, is average age of men. Average age of men is similar to average age of women. So the formula you used, you just change where there is F, change it to M, change it to male, which is equal to average, open a bracket, the range for the gender is B3 to B20, comma, M in inverted comma, then comma, C3 to C20, which is the range for the their age. Then close the bracket. Once you close the bracket, check mark it, the check mark beside the formula bar, click it or press enter. So the answer you're going to have therein is 32.18. The next is median age of all consultants. Median age of all consultants. So that's, we're asking the Excel, we're querying Excel to give us the median age. So that means, what is the middle point of the ages of the consultants? So the answer you should have would be 30. So the function that you're going to type in the formula bar is equal to, in the formula bar, type equal to median, open a bracket, table, the range of the table. The range of the table is from A2 to L20. That's the range of the table. You can select the range, then open a bracket, type age. So that means it is going to look up from the table the age column of the table and find the median point, like the middle point. So equal to median into bracket table 1 age. The age, you may do it this way, equal to median, and select the column in that table, or you can type C, it's in column C, C3 to C20, and you press enter. Close the bracket and press enter. So the answer you should have, that you will have, is 30. The next instruction is average years of experience. This one is making reference to column D in that table. Column D in that table is for years. So basically you have two options. You can sum up one option. In the formula bar you may type is equal to sum of D3 to D20. That's the range for the years, divided by number of occurrence. The number of entries here is 18. So sum up D3 to D20, divide by 18. That's long. The easier method is to just find average directly. So which is equal to average. Then the range for the years, that's D3 to D20. Close the bracket and press enter, or click the check mark button. The next item is, so your answer would be 7.28, average years of experience, which is making reference to column D. Next one is the total years of Java experience, all consultants. Total years of Java experience, all consultants. So here the instruction is sum, because we are talking about total, addition of everything, that's aggregate. So go to the formula bar, type sum if equal to sum if, open a bracket, E3 to E20. E3 to E20 is the Java column. Is a column that in the table that shows details for Java, comma, D3 to D20. D3 to D20 is column that shows the number of years. So basically the query you have put is saying that find in this Java column, find where there is yes. Y is yes, N is no. So find where there is yes in the Java column and add up all the years. Java experience occurs in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, if I've not made a mistake. Then these 10 entries would add up their years. So we're saying sum if an entry in the Java section is yes Java, add up the years. That's the instruction. So, and again, you just go to the formula bar, type equal to sum if, open a bracket, E3 to E20, comma, yes, in inverted comma, D3 to D20. That's, close the bracket, then check mark it. The answer you are going to have is 60. That's total number of years put together for Java experience. The last but not the least requirement is name of consultant who knows all languages. So if you look at the table manually you would say that Java, Python's from Java to Ruby, these are the languages. The only row where you have yes is row 7. It's row 7. In row 7 you have yes, all true. Let me confirm. Okay, this has been moved down, so it's row 15. Yes, it's row 15. There are empty spaces from row 1 to row 8. If you open the table, row 1 to row 8 are empty. Nothing is there. So in the table, in the Excel worksheet, it is row 15 that has yes, all true. Am I? Yes. Yeah, that's where you have yes, all true. And the name of that individual is Lee Jian. However, to look it up, well, you are not expected to do it manually and write Lee Jian. You have to write the instruction to get it. And to get that, you just write index. Here we're doing index and lookup. It's index and lookup. So we want it to look up an individual who has yes to all the languages. And what is the name of that individual? So look up and index it. So we have, go to the formula bar and write equal to index, bracket open, A3 to K20. A3 to K20 is the section of the table that shows all the information and their gender, their names, gender, age, and the languages. That's the column. Then comma, match an individual that has 7 languages. 7, but there are 7 languages in the table from range L3 to L20. L3 to L20 in the adjusted table, it is it is L3 to L20. Yes. So in the table manually, it shows up to column K. Now in column L, you are expected to index it to the number of yeses. So that means for row 11 you have 3y, column row 12 you have 1 2 3 4, you have 4 y's, 1 for 13, 3 for 14, all that till row 28 where you have 5 y's. So now in that column only one is 7. That's a person who has 7 languages, the knowledge of 7 languages. So the instruction would now be that column. I'll start it over. What you have to type to get the answer, equal to index, open a bracket, A3 to K20, comma, match, open a bracket, 7, comma, L3 to L20, comma, 0, close the bracket, comma, 1, close the bracket, and press enter. Before you do that, I would suggest that the empty spaces in row 1 to row 8 you may delete, so that your consultant table would start from row 1. Row 1, let it be consultant table. Delete the empty rows from row 1 to row 8. So that consultant table in row 9, let it be in row 1. So delete the empty spaces. Then type this formula equal to index, open a bracket, A3 to K20, comma, match, bracket open, 7, comma, L3 to L20, comma, 0, close the bracket, comma, 1, close the bracket, then press enter. The answer that you have will be G, Li Jian. Li Jian is in row 7. Yes, Li Jian is in row 7, who has all the 7 languages. The individual, that Jillian, has Y. That's yes, 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 yes to all the 7 languages. So these are our instructions to answer the extend your knowledge question, to sort and query a table. The Excel explanation of this, I'll put the link also in the comment. If you click that link, it takes you to another video where the Excel worksheet was shown for this same work. However, in that link that I intend to put in the comment, that link, there was an issue with the audio while recording that, so you may not hear anything during or at some point or throughout the recording. So it's just Excel, but that is what I've explained in this video, so I'll just put it as a reference in case you want to look it up in Excel explanation. And if you need the data file, I'm going to send it to you. Just request it. Thank you very much, and do have a good time. See you again in the next episode of Excel. This is Advanced Excel, and the reference textbook once again is the Cengage Microsoft Office 365 Excel 2019 Shelley Cashman series. So see you again the next time in the next episode. Bye.